To the ATL we go. Battle of the two Tonys. Sperano, the Dolphins, and the new acquisition for Atlanta, future Hall of Famer Tony Gonzalez. One had a pretty special day. Roddy White on 3rd and 11 gets this pass from Matty Ice, as they say. 5 catches, 42 yards for Roddy White. 4 plays later, here's Tony Gonzalez making the catch.
That's what they brought him in.
Year after year after year, he makes plays like this.
Laying out over the middle.
If he can work the middle of that zone right there, it's going to be a great year for the Falcons.
Next play. Holy Obi Mahaley, Batman.
Obi, you can catch?
Look, is that a version of a Dirty Bird?
What was that?
It's a Falcon.
That was a Falcon?
Yeah, that's a Falcon.
Oh, my God, it looked like a raptor. After exchanging punts, Greg Camarillo on 3rd and 3. It's whistled dead and incomplete. Therefore, Camarillo couldn't get up and run. But Tony Sperano wants this looked at again, because this is indeed catch. Ball never hits the ground.
Back, shoulder, thigh throw.
So the Dolphins get a fresh set of downs again in a game where they really couldn't get any
good
first
challenge.
downs. So that was a good challenge by Tony Sperano, and then there's Ronnie Brown back to Chad Pennington. You can't sleep on Joey Hanos, everybody.
A lot of fun, fancy stuff for the Miami Dolphins.
16 yards. 2 plays later, the more conventional pass to the tight end Anthony Fasano, and Mike Peterson levels him in his first game as a Falcon. He was quite a factor. The news with Brian Williams right here. 53 yards down to the 31.
Play, Chad. Make the play.
Such a big hit, I think we need to listen to.
Let's listen.
Let's listen. Led to a Jason Elam field goal, 10-0. Third quarter we go. 9th play of the Dolphins drive. They're on the plus side of the field trying to get some sort of points. And there's Mike Peterson again.
That's the way to play your zone defense and get to your spot.
39-yard return down to the Miami 20. 3 plays later, Ryan to Gonzalez, who makes the Hall of Fame play. I mean, look at this move, too.
Great job, Tony.
Great blocking by Roddy White.
First tight end to go 11,000 yards. And his teammates, Cal Bear.
And his teammates mobbed him before he couldn't dunk over the goalpost. Yeah, Tony Sperano was sighing a lot, but this is just a 2-possession game because it was a missed field goal. This was the final nail, though, as Fasano fumbled again. And the Dolphins, who had only 13 turnovers all last year, tying an NFL record last year, had 4 in Game 1 of 2009. Carolina and Atlanta. Matt Ryan taking on Jake Delhomme, who had that 5-turnover performance in week number 1. This is the uniforms for the Falcons' inaugural season, 1966.
Jamie wore that one.
Tommy Nobis.
Jamie Dukes.
There's Tony Gonzalez right there, the touchdown. They're really getting to love him in Atlanta real fast. 10-7, Carolina's up, however, when Gonzalez seems to come up, in his estimation, with a touchdown grab, with a grab and he runs in.
Talk him into it, Tony.
Well, he talked him into a challenge, and you know what? That is a catch, but because the play was whistled dead, he just gets the ball there. Nothing that happens after that is to Atlanta's credit. 10-7 is the score after that catch. Now it's just Jason Snelling. Who's snelling the end zone.
Snelling the end zone.
You like that?
Nice little Texas route.
Next possession for the Falcons. There is Roddy White in the end zone.
Good location with the ball. Put it on the body so you can't knock it down.
3 first-half touchdown passes. Clear best from that. Matty Ice, as they call him. Fourth quarter, Delhomme to Dante Rosario, and Rosario breaks the plane before losing the football. According to the refs on the field, let's take it to the replay booth, though. And Garth DeFelice goes down over the celebration.
Excuse me.
Watch what he does here. Watch what he does here when Musa tries to help in a way.
Get away from me. He's got time for this.
So after further review, the play stood as called. And you know what? The Panthers, in a game where they were down quite a bit, touchdown. They're in this thing. It's just a 1-score game, and with 3 and change to go, there's Delhomme to Steve Smith with 131 yards receiving.
Delhomme played pretty well in this game, Rich.
And that was right at Mike Smith, the coach of the Atlanta Falcons, with a front row
seat.
Break it up. That's why he knows not to challenge, because he saw it personally. Oh, jeez. I love that look. That's a great shot. Great look, guys. Then Jake Delhomme with 2 and change to go. That's his first interception.
That's a 4th down play. You know, you're trying to make a play here. Otherwise, he played pretty darn well.
Had to go for it on 4th down. Had to go for it on 4th down. And have to go for it here with 18 ticks to go. Delhomme to Musa Muhammad gets out of bounds. Hey, the Panthers have a crack at this thing.
They got a chance.
They've got a chance. A Hail Mary chance. Here's the Hail Mary.
Tip drill.
Brings down rain. Does it bring down points?
Knock it down.
It looks like it did. A very matter-of-fact incomplete call by the official. And here's why it's a matter of fact. This angle shows you it wasn't even close. You don't want to tip it up. The ball hits the ground.
Down.
Panthers are 0-2, and they go to Dallas for the Monday Nighter next week.
Little play action from Ryan, safe throw, and who's on the other end? It's Finneran. He's got a first down. Good start. Ryan over the middle hits his fullback, and that's rather Snelling, and Snelling out of the backfield picks up 21. Snelling featured now more with the injury to Jarius Norwood, who's out with a concussion.
Atlanta goes to the bunch sets on both sides of the line of scrimmage there. They've got 3 to the front side to Matt Ryan, and Snelling just comes out underneath. They run everybody off. They open up the underneath throw there to Snelling.
Jason Elam, who's got a pulled hamstring. 26-yard try. Rain pounding down, and that little chip shot is good. Pass underneath, and he hits Sammy Morris. Good start for the Patriots out across the 35 on their first possession. Brady missed a couple of open receivers. 2nd and 2. Here's Taylor. Plows ahead. Still going. And wrestled down inside the 15. Fred Taylor has been able to run at will. He gets it again and pounds it in. Hardly touched.
Watch the interior offensive line right there, and that's where they got most of those yards. I mean, they just took it right into the teeth of that defensive front.
Robert's wife, Jonathan's mom, and what a terrific run it's been here with New England. Down the middle, it's Jenkins. Makes a catch, sets up 1st and goal, and they'll mark Jenkins down at the 2.
Matt Ryan tries drilling it in. You know, did he make the catch? Ball hits the ground, but it definitely looked like he had his hands underneath it and secured it before that happened. Remember back a few years, several years ago, Jerry Rice.
That's Turner. And that is a touchdown. Touchdown Atlanta as Turner pounds it in, his 2nd of the year.
Pretty good drive right there, and you're going to see Michael Turner gets in behind the fullback, Obi Mahaley. And they do a good job of kind of cleaning things up.
Handoff is to Turner. And the ball comes out. Big hit in the middle of that pileup. And no signal yet. You could hear a pop. Turner has fumbled once this season.
You know, it's a guessing game when you get down there trying to figure out, you know, who comes out of the pile with it. Isn't always the guy who initially had the recovery.
Patriots have it. And a big turnover by Michael Turner.
And he got some pressure in there in the backfield also.
Play action from Brady. That's Moss. Moss is down with another first down. And so the 33-yard try. And while they have the lead, the Patriots have to be disappointed. 3rd down and 1. Here's Morris. Gets to the edge, and it's the New England ground game. Nothing's easy as Brady lost one for Watson. What a catch against Buffalo in week 1. A nice piece of work here.
And they got a corner on him in Chris Houston. You know, but that's the size advantage. You get the ball up in the air, and Ben Watson goes up and makes a play.
22-yard try by Gostowski. And it's a 6-point lead. Down the sideline, beautiful throw, and the catch is made by Jenkins. What a perfect pass from Matt Ryan for 26 yards.
Well, it sure was, and Mike Jenkins having him a good day here. And I know that Matt Ryan, in visiting with him, he feels very comfortable with Mike Jenkins and his ability to make the tough catch the rest of this possession.
It's a lot easier if you're Bill Belichick to make that call than if you're a lot of head coaches in this league. Brady throws down the right side for Moss. Another brilliant catch by Randy Moss. And it's a 9-point game.
Would expect, or they should start thinking about taking some shots on early downs.
Which they do here with Ryan, and this is Gonzalez, and there's his first catch. The game against the Jets has not been sacked in this game. Well protected here, and the pass to Moss.
Considering how many missed opportunities they've had.
It's third down here. Brady with plenty of time now has a hand on him. Throws. Baker right in stride. Touchdown. Baker has his first touchdown in his last 25 games on the other end of this.
Abraham trying to reach around Matt Light to get a hold of Brady, and Brady's able to get away from that hold. And then you've got Chris Baker, who just ran up the sidelines, and then Tom finds him. It looked like it was Peterson who was trying to cover him, and that's just difficult to do. It was at that point basically a scramble drill by Chris Baker, and he just took it up the sideline and was able to get it in.
So 2 catches today. Baker came in with 2 on the season. Last year was with the Jets. Empty backfield on 3rd and 3, and it's Brady hitting Moss. 2 minutes left in this game, and a quick throw. Randy Moss on the outside takes it down inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. Could start the season 1-2 as they trail 19-14 with 2.5 minutes left, as Jim Schwartz, Matthew Stafford, and the Lions could get their first win. Meanwhile, here in Foxborough, hugs on the sideline for New England. Tom Brady and the Patriots are 2-1, as are the Atlanta Falcons with Matt Ryan. And those two had never met until maybe during pregame. Definitely right there, coming together after this 26-10 win for the Patriots at home over the Falcons. We'll come back and then get you to the Lions and the Redskins after this break. New England wins it 26-10.
Was in the house.
Was he?
And he's a happy young man.
Well, the rest of the Niners weren't by the end of the day, as Michael Turner pops one in on the first drive of the second possession of the game, pardon me, for the Falcons. 7-yard score, 7-0. And then following Niners 3 and out. Here comes Matt Ryan finding Roddy White to the Niners 31. And that's when the coach called a timeout to have his defense come over here. I want to talk to you guys. Yeah. And he laid into him.
And I'm sure he had a good message.
Well, I mean, he would also want that timeout later in the half.
A little bit later on. Yep.
Certainly, the pep talk didn't really work. Next play, here's Roddy White even more wide open.
Blowing coverages. That's not good.
31 yards, so the chat didn't really sink in. And the next on Niners possession, Hill finds Josh Morgan.
Breaks the tackle. See ya!
But he doesn't complete the run.
You got to score on this. You have to score.
And the rookie, Glenn Coffey, I think, thought he did score because Coffey wasn't out on the field, and they had to call another timeout.
2 gone.
And he had to speak to Coffey to get him out there. And once he was out there, Coffey percolated, if you will.
Speed kills.
And I hope you will. Coffey scores. And Singletary's getting people even more fired up. 14-7. It's 14-10 in the second quarter when Ryan on 3rd and 5 hits Roddy White for the first down and then some.
No, you won't catch him. You got to make that tackle as a cornerback.
That's
nice,
the best corner, too.
Runs after the kid. Yeah, but you got to make that tackle.
At this point, the Niners are out of first half timeouts. And the reason why we mention this is because the ensuing kickoff, Delanie Walker is hit by Tony Gilbert. And the ball's loose, and it's recovered by the Falcons. And the replay shows that the ground clearly knocks the ball loose.
Yeah, the ground cannot cause a fumble.
And Mike Singletary cannot challenge it.
No timeouts left.
So the Falcons get the ball back, and just 3 plays later, it comes Michael Turner downhill again.
The Falcons are fresh after their bye, and they look like it.
The Falcons scored again before halftime, the most points ever in a half for the Falcons. 35 points. It's 35-10 mid-third quarter when Dre Bly picks off Matt Ryan.
He's about to hold it up.
What did he do? Prime!
He's honoring you and fumbled the ball.
You can't blame me for this one either.
That's your fault.
Don't blame me for this one either. I'm tired of all the scrutiny.
Put it away, Dre Bly.
Has he been to your house?
Yes, he has.
45-10. The Falcons win the game as it is, since the merger, the 5th most points given up by a defense that had a shutout the week before. The Chicago Bears in Atlanta. The Bears coming off of a bye, taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Jay Cutler got the Bears right down the field, 6 of 7 for 38 yards on the drive. Again, the drive comes to a screeching halt. Thomas Deku picks off Cutler.
Terrific drive, and it's disheartening to throw an interception in the red zone.
So no points for the Bears in the red zone. Second quarter, 2 possessions later, Cutler just outside of the red zone. I guess that's what they have to do. Johnny Knox.
Great catch.
Great
route
ball
by Knox.
Up over the top. He dropped it in there. All he has to have is possession and 2 feet in. Let's take a look. This is close.
He had five. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, 4.5.
Give it to him.
It still works.
Give him a touchdown.
Mike Smith did not challenge. A good no challenge there. 7-0 Bears. Next possession, it's Thomas Deku bagging Cutler again.
Bad throw.
Overthrowing the Greg Olsen now. 2 picks for Deku.
And the Atlanta Falcons trying to turn this pick into points. And 3 plays later, they do just that with their big play man from last week, Roddy White. 210 yards against San Francisco last week. 40 yards on this screen.
I love this screen. They got 2 blockers against 2 defenders. Really, they had them outnumbered.
3 on
misaligned.
It ties the game at 7. Next Falcons possession, Ryan and Michael Turner.
Nice hot against the blitz. Well done by the young quarterback.
They went a lot of no huddle towards the end of the half, and on 3rd and goal, last chance to get a touchdown before the half, and they do.
He runs all routes, Coach. He runs all routes, inside, outside, and he's a blocker as well.
Tony Gonzalez slam dunks it. Ryan 7 of 7 for 57 yards in the drive. 3rd quarter, Bears have the ball. 2nd and goal. Matt Forte fumbles it, but the Bears recover. Forte had only 1 lost fumble in his career coming into the game, and on the next play afterwards, he loses this fumble.
Never done that before. 2 fumbles in a row.
Coy Wire recovers the fumble, and the Bears inside the 5 get no points. Now, 2 red zone possessions we've seen with 0 points. That would come back to haunt them. Matt Ryan tip drill is picked by Nathan Vasher. Danielle Manning recovers the fumble with less than 10 minutes to go. The Bears turn the Falcons away and try to turn this turnover into points. First play after the pick. Cutler picks him up and puts him down.
He can do this now. He's dangerous running with the ball. He's dangerous throwing off balance and throwing from the run.
30-yard gain for Cutler. 3 plays later, 3rd and 8 from his 40. Cutler, 8 minutes and change to go. Throwing up for Johnny Knox. Bringing down flags.
Face guard. You got to turn around and find the ball and either compete for the ball.
And Chris Houston did neither. 1st and 10 for the Bears from the Falcons. 37, 5 plays later, 3rd and goal. This time the Bears do get points inside the 5-yard line. Greg Olsen ties the game at 14. But the ensuing Falcons kickoff return, a nice one. 62 yards for Eric Weems, putting him on the plus side of the field just like that. 3rd and 6, Ryan to Gonzalez.
Makes a tough catch.
Moves the chain, 16-yard gain. 4 plays later, 2nd and goal for the Bears 5. It's Michael Turner running downhill.
This is what he did all of last year. He's getting on track. Last couple weeks, he's been dynamite.
Falcons back on top by a touchdown. Bears leading points. Cutler takes off the hat, puts on a helmet. Minute 12 left in the game, 3rd and long. More flags, more face guarding, more first downs for the Bears.
Cover 2, linebacker must cover the seam, and he's face guarding once again.
1st and 10, fresh set of downs at the Falcons 14. 3 plays later, backed up at 3rd and 25. Cutler gets almost all of it. Earl Bennett down to the 5-yard line. It's now 4th and 1 from the 5. And guess what? Future Hall of Famer moves.
No, he didn't.
Orlando Pace called for a false start.
All right, we still have a chance. 4th and 6.
Far less manageable. 4th and 6. 34 ticks to go. Cutler for Desmond Clark. Incomplete. And the Falcons hold on. They're 4-1. The Bears drop to 3-2. The Falcons needed that defense in the red zone. Dallas Cowboys coming off of a bye. The Atlanta Falcons trying to beat a team coming off a bye for consecutive weeks. Last team to do that, 2004 San Diego Chargers. Well, it's been a while. But Matt Ryan looked refreshed. on the opening drive. Finds Brian Finneran on the 11th play of the drive. 2 plays later, Jason Snelling busts it through down to the 5-yard line. A 16-play drive that Roddy White caps off. Darn near took 10 minutes off the clock.
That's time of possession.
Executed their first 15 beautifully.
Ensuing possession, 3rd and 11, Roy Williams, shades of Denver. He doesn't want to go there. What is that noise?
Like a dog to get.
Sound like Michael Jackson.
Oh, he was moonwalking there. I mean,
I don't blame him. This guy is real.
He had a broken ribs the last time he caught something like that.
Look at Tony go.
And then Tony Romo in the next possession, he darn near loses his head. The
Got a
football
hook slide,
comes loose, but
Tony.
he's called down.
Got a hook slide.
Tony's tough.
He was trying for the first down. He didn't get the first down, but he did get a headache. So the first quarter couldn't have gone worse for the Cowboys coming off their bye. And the Falcons are up 7-3 midway through the second quarter when the Dallas defense began teeing off on a guy who'd been sacked only 2 times this year coming into the game, that being Matt Ryan. DeMarcus Ware strips him. Marcus Spears recovers. Next play, Tony Romo to his big play, starting wide receiver Miles Austin, everybody.
Well, 2 starts in a row, and this guy delivers.
He could go deep, go short, and he's been making the necessary catches. The tough catches.
59-yard pass, 30 ticks left in the half. Tony Romo to Miles Austin again,
nice.
17 yards down to the 9-yard line. 10th play of the drive. Romo drops back. He's got no timeouts left. He can't take the sack.
Make it happen, Tony.
But he does make it happen.
That's the way.
That's excellent improvised.
Mr. Reliable, Patrick Frazier.
We lost the starting gig to Miles
Remember
Austin.
that. Remember that name.
You going to get it back?
Yeah, we remember that name. I'm just saying.
Look at him go. Find it.
He's not going to get it back
to the
from
end
Miles
zone.
Austin.
No.
We have to talk about this in a moment. Cowboys up at the half, 17-7 as Romo extended the play and made a play. Third quarter. This is the first day game in this new stadium, and you found out late in the day the sun comes right through, right in the eyes of the quarterback. So why don't you guys just run it into the sun?
Downhill.
Snelling into the sun. That sounds like a novel I once put down. 6 plays later, Michael Turner.
Yeah, give it to the man, Turner. He'll pound it in there.
So a 12-play drive cuts the Cowboys' lead back down to 3. Next possession for Wade. Tony Romo. Miles Austin, everybody. What's happening?
And the concentration, and the majority of his catches have been right on the sideline. And the concentration.
Look at this back shoulder throw, stays in bounds. This combination now, Romo to Miles Austin. Look out.
He's got a penchant for some yak, too.
Yeah.
This young
Strong
man.
kid.
24-14, fourth quarter, Romo to Miles Austin, who is fallible. He fumbles it, but he fumbles it out of bounds.
He's just letting us know he's human. That's all.
Led to a Nick Folk field goal. Cowboys up 13. Next possession, Matt Ryan buys some time on 3rd and 15. Michael Jenkins comes up short with 9:30 to go. Mike Smith decides to let his team play some defense rather than make a desperate move with 10 minutes left in the clock.
It's a great and a wise call.
But Patrick Creighton is back to field the punt. This 73-yard touchdown, it's the longest punt return since 1999, Steve Mariucci, when someone on this set did it for Dallas. 77 yards. Except he was caught by the punter.
We're going to dig that film up.
Falcons, incidentally, the Saints' first division game of the season. Matt Ryan trying to pull off the upset. Falcons had a lot of hope at the beginning of the season, 4-2. Opening drive, and it's Matt Ryan handing off to Michael Turner.
He looked like the Michael Turner of old, the guy that we were used to seeing last year. He came out of his shell.
All right, so they go up 7-0. But here come the Saints. This time it's Pierre Thomas.
Makes everybody miss, runs it in. I mean, this is what the Saints couldn't do last year. They couldn't run the football effectively. They were throwing for all those games.
All right, more now from the Saints. Falcon safety Thomas Deku on a delayed blitz. Drills. Breeze and Bierman takes it in for a touchdown. Falcons on top 14-7. Second quarter now, it's Breeze to Jeremy Shockey for 27 yards down to the 32. Breeze now to Marcus Colston. That's what you were talking about.
He looks covered to me.
No, he's not.
The problem is the guy's 5'8", trying to cover 6'4". You know, in basketball, that's a rebound.
All right, the game tied up at 14. Here now, big drop here by Michael Jenkins. Falcons on the move. It was on a 3rd and 4th, 16-yard line. So Jason Allen from 34 yards away. Boink. No good. Game tied at 14. The Falcons now trying to make the Saints trying to make the Falcons pay. There you go again. Lays it up.
Man, there it is. Perfect throw.
And look who's catching the football.
Henderson.
That's Devery Henderson. When he first came in the league, did he catch those balls?
Not with his hands. He trapped them.
Look at him now. Look how he's developed.
And Reggie Bush, you get him on the outside. Forget about it. He walks in. Saints on top, 21-14. Falcons now in their next possession. 52 seconds left in the half. Matt Ryan looking for Roddy White, but it's picked off by Jabari Greer. 5 interceptions returned for touchdowns for the Saints. Leads the league, and it puts them on top 28-14. Another huge mistake.
That's another big-time acquisition from the offseason, too, getting Jabari Greer from Buffalo.
All right, but the Falcons come out firing in the 3rd quarter. Up top to Roddy White, 68 yards.
He's a long ball hitter, that guy. He just keeps making plays up the field.
Was that Drew Pearson on Nate Wright
exactly.
Right there?
That's an offensive foul there, Charles.
All right, so now the lead is 28-21. Eric Weems trying to get to the outside. Doesn't get the first down. It's a gain of 1. So here comes Elam. On 4th and 4, actually, they decide to leave Elam out of it because he'd already missed 2 field goals, missed a 51-yarder as well. Ryan to Tony Gonzalez. That's a first down, and now it's Ryan to Roddy White. Touchdown, but wait a minute.
Not so fast.
You take another look at this from the other side, and you can see clearly the ball hits the ground.
That's a tough one, too, because the official was staring straight into the play and saw the ball bounce. Actually, I should say did not see the ball bounce.
All right, so here comes the Saints down on a 3rd and 1. Pierre Thomas puts it on the ground. Eric Coleman recovers.
3rd and 1 was a problem last year for the Saints. They didn't convert enough. Now they're starting to fumble on 3rd and 1. They made a lot of mistakes in this game that were not typical of the 2009 Saints.
All right, so the ball is out before Thomas's knee is down. Ruling on the field stands. Turner looks like he's stopped, but keeps rumbling.
Everybody was tagging off. They thought it was practice, man.
24 yards. All right, 2nd and 9 now. Oh, no. Tipped by Vilma, picked off by Tracy Porta. And watch Vilma right there. Gets his big paw on it.
That took enough off of it, and then Porter makes the pick. That's deep in the red zone, too.
Another scoring opportunity denied by the Saints. How about Colston? Up over Brent Grimes.
5'8". It's tough. Size matters, my man.
And now Breeze to Shockey, one-handed. 17 yards to the 19. Jeremy Shockey's balling this year.
Yeah.
And see, they can use Jeremy Shockey essentially as a 3rd wide receiver and split him out, detach him from the line of scrimmage, and let him go out and run one-on-one routes.
All right, 3rd and goal. Breeze dumps it off to Pierre Thomas. And those were the first points for the Saints in the second half, 35-24.
Their execution. When they're humming on offense, their execution.
Look at that getting out there with the lead block.
Yeah,
That's
him right there.
That's right. The right tackle.
All right, 4th quarter. And here we go. Onside kick.
The ball comes free because it didn't go 10 yards, but it hit the Saints first, so they touched it, so that's a free ball.
So here comes the final play of the game, and it's Ryan, picked off by Darren Sharper. And so they did get a field goal from Elam. They were able to get that onside kick, but a little too late for the Falcons, who certainly had their opportunities. But the Saints improved to a perfect 7-0. And Sharper doing his thing. Another interception, 35-27 of the final. Drew Brees, 2 more touchdown passes for over 300 yards. Matt Ryan and the Falcons were in this game, had great opportunities, but they just couldn't get it done.
The Atlanta Falcons, for the 3rd time this season, taking on a team coming off of a bye week. It's the Washington Redskins this time. Matty Ice in the house that Dion built.
Yes.
Leading the Falcons to a game-opening touchdown.
Nice movement play. Going to his left, Matt Ryan. Hit Tony G.
And there's Bitter's orange face.
That's normalcy.
And Clinton Portis, it would get worse for the Redskins
Night.
offense.
You sleep.
That was a concussion for Clinton Portis.
He is asleep.
And
he's dreaming.
He would leave the game with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, not to return Jason Campbell to Fred Davis. Tip drill to Ty
Get
Hill.
to the sideline.
He does all right. Let's see there.
Cut it back.
And then
now hold it up.
We're
not holding it up anymore.
I guarantee you, I won't be holding him up on Let's Go Prime Time later.
That's your house, too.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
He needs to focus when he returns football. Let's be honest.
He's focusing.
Michael Turner running downhill through everybody in the end zone. 30-yard touchdown. Falcons up 21-3 and going away. And then some tempers flare as Matt Ryan on 3rd and 3 picks up the first down. Ron Landry hits him just as he's leaving.
He hit a quarterback late.
And
tempers are going to fly.
They're playing the feud. Mike Smith is in there.
Look at Mike.
He's going to get grabbed like Zimmer from the Yankees.
Put a jersey on. 3rd quarter, 4th and goal. Jim Zorn decides to go for it.
And he did.
He still is allowed to do that, right, Steve?
Yeah.
He decided to go for it?
Go for it.
He go for it.
Why
It's a
not?
touchdown by Liddell Betts. And then next possession, Todd Yoder's in the end zone. In the back of the end zone, Jason Campbell. Nice throw. Nice catch.
Beautiful
way to stay
location.
alive.
Nice job, Jason Campbell.
Touchdown game. The Redskins match their season total of points, their season high total of points, in a game 17. But Michael Turner would just pretty much wrap it up.
For a big man, he's got so much speed, great vision.
166 rushing yards on the day for Turner. 2 touchdowns as the Falcons win this game by the final of 31-17. Last 2 games with Sherm Lewis calling the plays, a little bit of improvement. But it's the 4th time this season the Redskins have scored 17 points. They're like a dealer in Vegas. They're stuck on 17.
Okay.
And it looks like they're moving up a little bit.
They need to take a hit. They need to take a hit.
They need to take
Moving on up.
They need to take a hit.
On NFL Network when Week 11 kicks off in Carolina, where the Atlanta Falcons were on Week 10 NFL Game Day Sunday. Angelo Williams is questionable coming to this game. He most certainly did not appear to be the case in the game.
Answer the question. Yeah, that's the answer right there.
28-yard spinorama down to the 5, with the Panthers already up 7-3. 3 plays later, Jake Delhomme to Steve Smith. Where's this been all year?
Good location with the ball. Let that guy go and make a play.
He is good.
Jake Delhomme. He was calling a lot of his own plays in a no huddle in this game, saying he felt extremely comfortable. Here's Michael Turner ripping one down the middle of the field for 22 yards. However, he 8 plays later gets 10 more and comes up limping with what may be the dreaded high ankle sprain.
Serious blow for the Atlanta Falcons.
It is. He had 111 yards going. Good game going on. This is going to hurt him.
Tests coming on Monday. He left the game with 111 rush yards right in the middle of the first half. 5 plays later, it's Jason Snelling taking his spot.
Great play call, Coach.
Yeah, I like that play. You little fake a dive, and you flip it out there and let him rip.
14-10, Carolina on top. Panthers ball, 2 possessions later, a minute 12 to go. Jake Delhomme to Steve Smith right before halftime.
That's a nice tight fit. Now, Jake Delhomme hasn't turned it over in 3 games, Rich.
Jake Delhomme?
Yeah, Jake Delhomme.
21-10, Carolina's up fast. Steve Smith was dinged up. He would return. 21-13 from the Carolina 3, 4th and 1, and Mike Smith's Falcons are going for it.
Why not?
It's Ryan rolling out to Justin Peele.
It's easy.
21-19. What does the chart say, Steve?
I don't know. What do you think it should say?
Go for 2.
Good.
Falcons line up from the 2. Go for 2.
Come on,
Jason
get it
Snelling,
in.
but the Panthers
That's good defense.
Snell this one out.
Gamble.
You might think that's a little early to do that, huh? 13 minutes?
21-19 still. Matt Ryan or Roddy White. It's complete. Is Chris gambled on it.
He gambled.
Gambled. Sounds like a turkey. White down to the Panthers 26. 3 plays later, Matt Ryan sneaks it from 3rd and 1. Falcons challenge, but the ruling on the field stands at shy. The first down, Jason Elam for the go-ahead kick. Noonan.
It's like he stutters.
Oh, boy.
From 34 yards away, he missed the go-ahead kick, but
keep playing. Here we go.
Following a punt. Here come the Falcons again. Matt Ryan is picked.
Happy birthday to you.
Richard Marshall with the pick. 12 interceptions on the year for Ryan. Now that's one more than all of his rookie year last year. And 3 plays after that, here comes Jonathan Stewart running downhill.
This is their 1-2 punch now. D'Angelo Williams, Jonathan Stewart, the best 1-2 punch in the league.
You could call it a 2-banger. The Panthers win it 28-19.
That's the best game.
Because the Giants came down in the last second on Sunday, too. Jason Snelling starting for the
I
injured
believe
Michael
in
Turner.
him.
He's Eli Manning. By the way, he's never had a 300-yard passing game in Giants Stadium.
Ever?
Never ever. But he's finding Kevin Boss against this suspect Atlanta secondary. And it's 10-7 G-men. 2 possessions later, here's that defensive line making its presence felt. Justin Tuck, sack, forced fumble. OC recovers.
It's a coverage sack now. He's hanging on the ball because there's nobody to go to.
Right before the end of the half, 18 ticks left. Manning to Kevin Boss again.
Big man.
17-7. Let's go to the second half. Opening drive of that half for the ATL. From the Giants' 43, 3rd and 13, Matt Ryan converts with Michael Jenkins wide open. 4 plays later, 3rd and goal from inside the 1. The Falcons already have a score from Jason Snelling, and he's snelling the end zone again.
No Michael Turner, no Jarius Norwood. Snelling for hire.
He's got a quality sense of Snell. Giants' next possession. Manning up top to Steve Smith making plays.
Nail that.
It's perfect throw.
I believe in you.
4 plays later, Brandon Jacobs running downhill.
Bounce, big fella.
Would you tackle that guy?
I'll make a business decision.
I heard that from Troy Aikman actually on Sunday.
I had to, yeah.
Giants extend the lead. They're up 10 again.
Is that his wife?
The Falcons come back.
I hope so.
With an 18-play drive.
I surely hope so.
18-play drive that Michael Jenkins is wide open.
Oh, he got to go up and get that at his highest point, coach. You never bring that down.
18 plays, and this
Blown
is how
coverage.
it's
Like the
happened.
location of the ball. You got to throw it up high in the back of the end zone. Give your guy a chance.
Falcons settled for a field goal. It's a 1-touchdown game with 14 minutes to go. Eli Manning to Manningham. Mario, nice grab.
Perfectly dropped in there over the top. Great location, Eli. Best game in this stadium ever for him.
27-yard gain. Here comes the Atlanta Falcons back. That's Matt Ryan over the middle to Michael Jenkins for 1st and 10. Then it's 4th and 1. Mike Smith. Do I Snell? That's Jason Snelling. 1st down, move the chains. 3 plays later, I'm done with those plays on words. Matt Ryan to Tony Gonzalez. Nice play.
That's why he's the best.
You can't tackle this guy.
2 plays later, you got Roddy White, you got Tony Gonzalez, you got Michael Jenkins, but you can't sleep on Eric Weems.
That's a tough throw down to the left side pylon.
6 minutes to go. It's a 1-touchdown game again. Eli to Mario Manningham on 3rd down. Can't convert. 3 and out for the Giants. The Falcons get it back. Less than 2 minutes to go. 3rd and 4. Matt Ryan and Roddy White down to the Giants. 38.
I like the way they moved the pocket to the left. Great throw by Matt Ryan.
5 plays later. 3rd and 3. Inside the red zone now. Ryan and Tony Gonzalez. He usually gets the ball in the red zone for the Falcons. 1st down. 2 plays later. 35 ticks to go. Who do you go to?
Cal Bear. Throw it to Tony G.
Nice grab in traffic for the game-tying score with 28 ticks to go. What a grab.
What a game.
What a catch.
What a throw.
A throw.
What everything.
What an overtime.
All right, here we go.
Giants get the coin toss, and they get the ball.
What a Manning.
And a Manningham. Eli with a career-high 384 passing yards on the day. Manningham with 126 of those yards receiving. 4 plays later, Lawrence Tynes is out. Lawrence Tynes is Scottish, and it's not crap.
It's what?
It's a game winner. It's not crap. 34-31. The Bucs taking on the Atlanta Falcons, who got Michael Turner back from injury. Raheem Morris.
Nobody wants to hear his plays.
He's calling the plays now defensively. Matt Ryan, they're getting after Matt Ryan in the first quarter. He goes down, and he would leave the game with a toe injury, and he would leave the stadium in a walking boot.
I hate to hear that. I know how that is.
Toe injuries, yeah. Not good.
So Ryan wouldn't return right then and there. Done for the day. Chris Redmond in now for the Falcons, wearing your old red helmets.
I love that red helmet.
And Jarius Norwood looking like Eric Pegram.
Teen Wolf. We used to call him Teen Wolf, Eric Pickett. That's a good one, Rich. Pegram.
With the red helmets, right? What'd you call him?
We
Teen
called
Wolf?
him Teen Wolf. That was his nickname. He's a hairy man. Let's just say that.
What are you guys talking about? Nice throw by Josh Freeman.
Josh Freeman was getting things going for the Bucks, down 10-0, finds Antonio Bryant, and then he does the same here. That beautiful rollout and throw.
He's so good on the move. He can make all the throws as he's going right or left. Smart play.
Great awareness.
Yeah, Bryant wasn't touched.
Great awareness by the receiver.
He went down on his own accord and then up in the end zone on his own accord. That's a 10-7 game. Just like that. Falcons' next drive, 4 minutes to go in the half. Chris Redmond is sacked by Stylez White, so that's, I guess, Stylez
I like
points.
that name.
Look at Lee Morris.
He's doing real
Joe Barry. Slapping people on the popo. Third quarter, we've got our block punt. I think Corey Lynch took it off the punter before the punter could kick it.
Not to be confused with John Lynch. This is Corey.
We met with the Bengals in Hard Knocks. He was cut by the Bengals back in Hard Knocks. 2 plays later, Freeman turns that turnover into points.
Kind of like his versatile.
Freeman was 20 of 29, 250 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Falcons are down 17-13 midway through the fourth quarter, and Jason Elam, who's missed a few field goals in crucial spots, including one last week against the Giants, misses another one. And now the Falcons, instead of needing just a field goal to win, with 2 minutes to go, need a touchdown to win with Chris Redmond and the season on the line. It's Chris Redmond.
Keep throwing it to Tony G.
Yeah, I guess so. It's easy if 8 can find 88. And he did that there, and he went for 88 again.
That's where to sit in that hole, Tony.
And then with a buck 39 seconds left in the game, looks for Tony again. But Savvy Piscatelli makes a nice play on 3rd and goal, and it's 4th and goal. Nope, it's 1st and goal because there's holding now on the defense.
The other side of the field.
On Derek Roberson. How about that?
Yes, I guess.
4 plays later, it's 4th and goal again, however. And the season's on the line. 26 to go. Chris Redmond to Roddy White.
Yeah, the double was on Tony. He shot it in there inside on the corner for the touchdown to Roddy White to win the game.
Great body. Nice.
Touchdown Falcons. That's the way they improved to 6-5. A tough loss for the now 1-10 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A lot of water, a lot of bridges between these two guys, Arthur Blank and Michael Vick.
That was good. Arthur Blank is a good man.
And here's the reaction of Michael Vick in the Georgia Dome.
You know, it was passionate. There was a lot of 7 jerseys. Some with Eagles, some with Falcons.
I call it mixed.
Yeah. I call it mixed.
It wasn't mixed by the end of the game, though.
Got that right.
It got ugly in a hurry.
Mix this.
Dome. Michael Vick, in the first set of downs he was out there, he would be out on a lot of sets of downs. A 4-yard gain there. Led to an Eagles 3-0 lead. Next possession, Leonard Weaver picking up the slack with Deshaun Jackson out. Who'd have thought the fullback would be taking such a lead role in the offense on Sunday as he did. Touchdown right there. And then the next possession, Leonard Weaver, everybody, out of the backfield.
One hand.
Look at that. Grab, and look at this move.
Go get it.
Another big man with football, rumbling for 59 yards. We didn't see that catch again, I think.
We got to.
Style that one up.
Is this a one-handed Brandon Marshall type catch?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a big fella doing that.
But the Eagles would miss the field goal, though. It's 13-0 at the half. I mean, the Falcons were out Matt Ryan. They were out Michael Jenkins, no Michael Turner. And Michael Vick comes in the game on 3rd and 1 inside the 10, and this is what they have.
It's automatic.
Run power. That's baseball.
Why have they waited this long, Coach?
They wanted to wait till they got in Atlanta, maybe.
Maybe. His first rushing touchdown since 06. And some of the folks there in the Georgia Dome liked it. McNabb, by the way, said Vic built this house, by the way, Brian.
Hold on.
Yeah, I know.
That's disrespect.
4th and 5, Chris Redmond throwing a pick 6. And, you know, Arthur Blank, it had to be a difficult thing to swallow. And I don't know if you watched the final score, Sheldon Brown takes a pick 6, but of all the days for Michael Vick to return and not have Matt Ryan active,
right,
have Chris Redmond out there, the fans were screaming, "We want Vick," at the end of this game, especially when Vick comes in midway through the early fourth quarter and throws this pass.
This is what he used
to
flick of the wrist.
Reggie Brown.
Quarterback keep pass left.
And then 3 plays later, the "We Want Vick" chants got even louder in Atlanta when Vick threw his first touchdown pass since 2006. And the Eagles crushed the Falcons 34-7 in a crucial conference contest for both. Kara Henderson with Michael Vick after.
I have a lot of respect for this organization, you know, for the people in this city. And, you know, they're doing a great job. But, you know, to be able to come back and have the success that I had the day after not, you know, doing as much for the team all year and helping them win today, was very gratifying.
When you first came out, it was probably 50-50 boos and cheers.
Yeah.
By the end of the game, they were chanting, "We want Vic," and then they were booed when you were taken out of the game. How do you explain that? Do you feel like you've got some closure finally?
Yeah, I feel like I got some closure with the whole situation, and it ended on a good note. It started out rough. It was 50-50. I knew it was going to be mixed emotions because I'm on the opposing team now, so it's only right. But, to have an opportunity to come out and make some plays, I just got to give all praises to God.
So, the Saints trying to make it to 13-0 too, but they're on the road against the division opponent. However, that division opponent's all banged up. Chris Redmond starting for Matt Ryan.
No
Michael Turner, which means it's the Jason Snelling, Jarius Norwood hour.
Should be an easy one, right?
Quality variety hour. It's 6-3 when Robert Meacham tries to put the Saints on top. The Falcons stop him right at the 10-yard line. And then 3 plays later, it's Reggie Bush out of the backfield.
Yeah, they like having him back healthy again because this guy can do a lot of things in the run game and the pass game.
Drew Brees was 7 for 7 on the drive. Mike Smith would get angrier by the minutes in this game. Falcons' next drive, Chris Redmond and Michael Jenkins open.
You got to make those type of plays if you want to compete with the Saints.
Falcons later punt. And then the Saints march down the field. Marcus Colston touchdown.
So many weapons.
13-play drive. Garrett Hartley, however, misses the extra point. He got the job over John Carney. Can't have to miss an extra points if he's going to have the job. And that extra point would be crucial. It's just a 7-point game here in the third quarter, and Breeze puts it up for grabs.
Great coverage.
Brent Grimes is called for the penalty.
Bad call. Great coverage.
All right, let's look at
lean.
it.
He looks and lean, Coach. You looking lean.
He's leaning. He was leaning hard, pressing him to the sideline, and they go. Oh,
yes.
Mike's not happy.
Mike Smith upset Hassan. Shot.
He is hot. Watch his jaw. Watch his jawbone and extension.
He needs a new headset. He's throwing headsets. Can you throw headsets?
Yes, you can.
Motorola won't be happy. Well, that led to this.
Great play call.
He's throwing footballs.
Breeze ties Archie Manning with his 120th career touchdown pass as a Saint. Most all time. Mike Smith steaming. Next Falcons possession right around midfield. Chris Redmond to Michael Jenkins, who this time makes the grab.
Came with a double corner blitz, and they picked it up beautifully. Touchdown, Jenkins.
It's just a 7-point game.
That's all.
23-16. So suddenly, Falcons are thinking upset with 90 ticks to go. Redmond, nice play to Brian Finner in 19 yards. The Saints 36. This drive leaks into the fourth quarter, and suddenly they're on the Saints 4. Jason Snelling in the end zone.
I like their fight, boy. This Atlanta Falcons
won't go away easy. Coach. I love the way that kid runs.
Was he related to Aaron Snelling?
No.
Great television producer.
And the boxer.
Oh, different. 12:46 to go. We're tied at 23. 7 minutes to go. We're tied at 23. Breeze to Reggie Bush for a first down. That led to a Hartley 38-yard field goal to make it a 3-point Saints lead. Next Falcons drive. 4 minutes to go. Roddy White picked off by Jonathan Vilma. Return to the Falcons 32. Big pick by the New Orleans Saints middle linebacker. And now that sets up the Saints for a field goal. You got to take a 6-point lead, right?
Should be easy.
Except they try for a fade.
I don't blame them.
It's Mark Brunell trying to put the dagger in the Falcons. Instead, the Falcons turn it away. And they just need a field goal to tie instead of a touchdown to win. 4th and 2. Snelling stopped short of the first down by Jonathan Vilma, who is the defensive hero of the fourth quarter. Arthur Blank shakes his head as the Falcons fall sub 500 and the Saints march on to their first 13-win season all time, clinch a first-round bye in the NFC, and they eked out the last 2 games, but it just doesn't matter. They are also 13-0.
We understand that they only get harder from here on out. We get everybody's best game from here on out. There's no easy opponent. There's no just because we walk in the building doesn't guarantee us anything other than the opportunity to play. But we understand we have to play well in order to win. We have to do all the little things, pay attention to the details, the fundamentals. We just feel like, hey, no matter what the situation is of the game, we've got an opportunity to win, whether it be offense or defense or special teams. Somebody's going to make a play, and we're going to win the game.
I love it. I love it. Hey,
There'll be no questions.
I love that. Randy, that mature Randy Moss.
So Matt Ryan back for the Atlanta Falcons. Mark Sanchez back after a 1-game absence himself. With Atlanta up 3-0, Sanchez is going for wide open Braylon Edwards.
Everybody can throw against the Falcons.
7-3. The Jets are on top. They've won 3 in a row. They're feeling it. They have a potential playoff opportunity. Here's Jay Feely in the midway through the second quarter. And
it's cold now. When it's cold, it's hard to snap and hold. And all of these complementary pairs, they're not warmed up. This can happen in a heartbeat.
Well, Kellen Clemens can't put it down, and the Jets do not convert an opportunity. 3 seconds left in the half. I mean, Jay Feely usually leans to the right in other matters off the field. And he misses this one wide right. So that's 2 field goals. Could be 13-3 Jets. It's not. It's still 7-3 Jets in the fourth quarter. So Jay Feely again, another chance from 37 yards out with 5 minutes to go. It's blocked. Oh, no. Jets had 33 plays on the Falcons side of the field, no points.
Great penetration.
Mike Smith is loving it. With 2:15 to go, the Jets defense needing one more stop on third down. Can't get it. It is caught by Roddy White, and Donald Strickland grabs his face mask. You tack on 15 more, a 31-yard gain on third down. And the Jets defense was stellar all day, but in the final drive, not so much. Jason Snelling up the middle for 20 yards. Inside the 6, minute 47 to go, 3rd and goal. Ryan goes for who else? Tony Gonzalez.
Reed forced it into him. Have that, Reed.
He didn't. So it's 4th down, and pretty much the entire free world knows what he's going for, right?
Bad things happen. Look at the snowballs flying down there.
And Tony Gonzalez gets a free release, and he squats down.
Yeah, that's too easy. You got Matt Ryan back from a toe injury, and he does his thing.
How does that happen? If you
no discipline.
Well,
no discipline. You cannot let him have a free release. It looked like a little confusion in the secondary.
Poor time.
Nice design of the play.
It was 4th down, and the Jets would have won the game. They're 4th in a row. Instead, now their quarterback, who's been struggling all day, needs to go down the length of the field and try and get a field goal, which, as you've seen, is no gimme. And it's Sanchez's 3rd pick of the day. Rex Ryan, after the game, said, quote, "We're obviously out of the playoffs." And that's unfortunate, and it's most unfortunate when you say that in New York and you're not really out of the playoffs, because the Daily News headline...
Oh, that's not nice.
The fat man sings, "It ain't over," but Rex says it is after Jets' horrific loss.
That's not nice.
Falcons trying to put together back-to-back winning seasons for the first time in team history. They're at 500 going into the game against the Bills. Go up and get it, Roddy White. 42-yard grab. White had 139 yards on the day. Terrell Owens from Brian Brom, everybody. T.O. became the 6th player in NFL history with 1,000 career receptions.
That's great accomplishment. Great accomplishment. Wow. Good job, T.O.
I know where 20 of those balls came.
On Jerry Rice Day. You would have 980 career receptions without it.
And one for Moochie.
Marty Booker. Touchdown Falcons, 31-3. If they beat the Buccaneers in Tampa next week, they do get that back-to-back winning seasons for the first time ever. Falcons and Mike Smith trying to win out to avoid hearing this whole business that they haven't had back-to-back winning seasons ever in franchise history, and the Bucs trying to keep that stat alive, that monkey on the Falcons' back with a touchdown to tie the game in the fourth quarter. But here comes Jason Snelling. No relation to Aaron Snelling, who made some great television back in the 70s. And then Roddy White would score a touchdown, and the Falcons do get back-to-back winning seasons for the first time in franchise history. Congratulations,
go Mike,
to them.